Problems, everyone has. But suffering is your choice. Problems, everyone has. But suffering is your choice. You have a choice of whether you're going to suffer or not. What do I mean by this? Problems, if you're alive, you have a pulse, you're going to have a problem. Some people health, some people money, some people this, some people that. Everyone's going to have a problem. Suffering, you can choose to suffer. Because if you know who's the one that's causing the problem, then there's no reason for you to suffer. You have a diagnosis. You see, the most difficult part of dealing with health crisis that I dealt with for almost a decade wasn't the health crisis. Yes, the pain is a nightmare. You never get used to pain. I'll tell you a secret. Pain is something you never get used to. Now, you learn how to live with it, but you never get used to it. You always say, ow, just as loud. You always scream your lungs out, just as loud. There's no, pain is pain. You never get used to it. But you learn how to cope with it, and how to manage, and how to do, and how to what. And in essence, you decide whether this pain is going to control you, or you're going to figure out a way to live your life without necessarily letting the pain control you. You're not going to control the pain, but you're not going to let it control you. You learn to live with it. It's like a compromise. Lavdi, it's like a bad partnership, but you can't get out of. It's like the partnership between China and the United States. A lot of people are always scared. I remember when I was in the business, people were always scared when they found out that China is selling billions of dollars worth of US bonds. And my clients would call me panicking, oh, CNBC just announced China just sold $50 billion worth of bonds and the market's down because of it. And I would listen to them rant, and then I would finish after a couple of minutes. I said, okay, great, you finished. This is complete nonsense. He goes, what do you mean? CNBC said it. I said, yeah, CNBC has to have something to talk about to get you to call me so you could do trades. But the reality is it means nothing. Because why does it mean nothing? I said, because China, even if they wanted to, can never sell all the US bonds they have. It's called murder-suicide. Meaning, if they have $1 trillion worth of bonds,